While Rhea Ripley is away due to injury, WWE is continuing her feud with Liv Morgan kind of behind the scenes while she's gone, and I think they're doing an amazing job at it. So if you haven't been following along very closely in the background of some scenes, you would have noticed that Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio have been kind of sneaking around a little bit, being a little bit suspicious. We saw them come face to face one night on Monday Night Raw, and then after that, it's been them kind of like sneaking around back behind a scene and coming in and out of what looks like a closet door together, even going as far as Liv Morgan posting a picture on her Instagram, and if you notice in her pocket is a purple bandana that is famously used by Dominic Mysterio. Now, I do have a big theory on what I think is going on here, and you may have to bear with me for a little bit on this one. So, I think that all of this ends with Liv Morgan possibly joining Judgment Day and maybe taking Rhea Ripley's spot. Now, hear me out. Hear me out. I think that this is a legit possibility. Over the past couple weeks, we've seen kind of a recurring theme where Dom keeps trying to recruit guys to join Judgment Day. We saw him try to do it with Andrade, and recently Carlito, Santos Escobar. Like, it's starting to become a theme. Dom is trying to get people in Judgment Day. Why not try to do that with Liv Morgan? All of it in the name of prolonging the feud while Rhea Ripley is injured. Before she got injured, Rhea Ripley was already one of the most over people in the company. Even though she is a heel, she was still getting tremendous pops and was basically at that point a babyface. Now, when I say she should be a babyface, I don't mean she should be a Cody Rhodes-like babyface where he's all about doing the right thing and all that. No, I think she would work very well as this kind of hybrid babyface. We've seen them do it with The Miz very recently. The Miz turned babyface, but he was still doing his heel tactics that make him such a lovable character. So I think something like that for Rhea Ripley when she comes back would be wonderful to see. Because again, even though she was a heel and she was supposed to get booed out of the building like Dominic Mysterio does on a nightly basis, she was still getting babyface level pops. Some of her pops were even louder than some of the babyfaces on the roster. That's how over she was before this injury. So I think kind of having her come back as this kind of hybrid babyface where she still is mommy and she still keeps kind of her heel tactics, but she caters to more of the babyface crowd. So why not, when she comes back, have her be a babyface? The pop is already going to be insane when she inevitably comes back. Now, I will say the problem with this theory is that the other side of the coin is Liv Morgan is just as popular, if not more popular, than Rhea Ripley is. So maybe they don't want to risk turning her heel. Personally, I think she should turn heel. I think she would make a very good heel, and I think she would do a very good job in Judgment Day. I think if there is a person that could try to take over as mommy, it would be Liv Morgan. The fan base is already there. And the one thing that I think works in Liv's favor is her fans don't really care if she's a babyface or a heel. They're going to cheer for her regardless. So, kind of similar to what we saw with Rhea Ripley and kind of what we started to see with Rhea Ripley fans as she kind of grew into this mommy role. It wasn't always like that. She was a very good babyface, but when she became mommy and she really started doing some of, if not the best character work in her career, that's when you noticed people went from booing her to thunderous cheers for her. And I think Liv Morgan has that similar type of fan base that Rhea Ripley has built up over the course of this run with Judgment Day. If Rhea Ripley is going to go back to babyface, she would need a pretty good reason to throw away what her and Judgment Day had. And I think that answer is simple. I think if Liv does come in and join Judgment Day and take her spot in Judgment Day, that Rhea would come back and feel betrayed by the members of Judgment Day. And I will say this, there's a very good chance that Judgment Day looks completely different by the time Rhea Ripley gets back. They keep teasing us with a Damian Priest babyface turn, or maybe at this point there's another member added to Judgment Day. At this point, we simply just don't know. But I think this is an opportunity for WWE to have a massive payout. We know the match between Rhea and Liv is going to happen at some point. We know it's going to happen eventually. We know that it's going to be a banger of a match. Kind of similar to what we're seeing with Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. Both of them are hurt now, but they're still building that feud, so when we get to that match, it's going to feel enormous. It's going to be a very, very good payoff. So I think this is WWE's chance to have something similar to it. And make this Rhea versus Liv match feel like a massive, massive match. Whether it's going to be for a title or not, we'll have to see still. But I think that this is a very legit possibility. At the very most, it has to be on the table. Now, keep in mind, this is all just my theory. This is something that I've been thinking of since we've been getting these little teases between Liv and Dom. So, there's a very good chance that this doesn't happen. This isn't me trying to predict the future or whatever. This is just simply me trying to have some fun and simply giving what I think is going to happen, or at the very least what I would like to see happen. But that's going to do it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like, and in the description down below is a link to the Linktree page. When you go there, you can find our Twitter page, or X, whatever, our Instagram page. So if you did like the content on here, I do highly recommend going over to those pages, showing them some love. Monday and Friday nights, we post updates for Raw and SmackDown, and as well as a post for whenever we upload a new video onto this channel.